All right, everybody. Welcome back for another market update here. Bryce Paul here from Crypt Nation, Crypto 101 podcast, and Crypto Revolution. We are seeing some really exciting price action here in the markets. I feel like we've been saying it for the past 3-4 weeks. But as you can see here, this chart of Ethereum clearly, since July 21st, it's been 20 days of basically pure up. With a little stalling right here for 1 week, and we've been stalling here for the past week, but it looks like we're about to break out of this little, descending resistance right here. We're accumulating a ton of really good volume and holding that. So it looks like the bulls are pretty firmly in control. You did see this really big volatile spike here with tons of volume on August 1st. But I'm long. I am long Ethereum, especially at these levels. I'm seeing just very little retracement, right? Every single little retracement gets bought up very quickly at, key resistances that have turned to support. All these were very quick dips, and they're all getting bought. So when the dips are getting bought, you generally want to be a dip buyer along with the market. So I'm looking at a lot of coins. One of the coins that we're always talking about here is Tezos. Tezos is kind of like an Ethereum 2.0 killer. Not to confuse you guys with the actual ETH 2.0 that's coming out later. But yeah, really what's interesting about Tezos, again, just it's one of these smart contract platforms that is built to scale. It's built for security, and it's got non-dilutive inflation. So if you're staking, you are not being diluted by the inflation. Interesting about Tezos and also Ethereum and a lot of these other smart contract platforms is that they do not have a hard cap supply. They do not have a hard cap supply. Like Bitcoin, right? Everybody's excited about Bitcoin because it's a limited supply. But what Tezos does is that it is not a limited supply, but you do not get diluted through inflation. So you maintain your equity, essentially, your quote unquote equity, pseudo equity in the network. So guys, this is really a bullish chart. You can see a ton of volume here accreted in this little range. We broke out of the range, found the midpoint of the range, and essentially when we found that midpoint of the range, that was very supporting of price, and price just clearly ripped right up. So here what we're looking at, again, we already took out the highs. The highs right here, we already came and we ran some stops above the highs. You could see right here, look at the top left corner of my screen, the high is 3977 right up here. You can see that. And the high that we put in back here was 396. So we beat the highs already. And we're about to take them out, and you're going to see some price action that probably looked similar to Chainlink when Link came, and I'm probably looking for some price action like this. Again, we came, broke out of this really long-term resistance, and then just boom, straight up price discovery mode. And this is where I would have been taking a little bit of profits off the table at least to let the market cool back down and look for some entries maybe here around $9. Or this volume profile node right around here, around between 950 and 10. Those look like pretty good buying opportunities for me with Link. But yeah, like I said, Tezos is about to have its move. It has not had its move yet. All the other coins have. So yeah, that's a quick market update for you guys. Lastly, I'll show you guys a little bit about Bitcoin, obviously the big mover. And I'm going to zoom in because I want to show you guys a very bullish dip that just happened. Talk about dips getting bought up, right? So we've got our resistance right up here, right around $12,120. And we made a little shot for it right up here. Didn't quite make it. Came back down to test this volume support level right here at 11,669. Clearly acted as support, and we're back off to the races. So I'm expecting some continued strength here in Bitcoin. And really what this move was, this move right here, if we go over to our futures contract here on the CME, this was actually just filling a gap. It's a gap that a lot of people weren't really paying attention to. It was right here. And one of the quote unquote market sayings is that gaps always like to be filled because this is where a little bit of an inefficiency happened, right? So we want to make sure that that inefficiency is truly a that there's truly some support right here and there's truly traders. Clearly there was, right? And it happened to intersect right here on a nice, common moving average. So Bitcoin's looking very, very strong. If I were looking to be a dip buyer, these are the dips that have been getting bought up. So again, the idea of of a bull market is that, again, prices rise more often than they fall, right? Prices are rising. So oftentimes people are left on the sidelines. Cash is left on the sidelines, and that's what makes a bull market. So I really like, we had this nice, upwards ascending channel that's actually still intact. We're here at the top of that range, and really a breakout above that top of that range is going to be significantly strong. I mean, it's going to be a really, really strong move, and I think I talked about it in one of the streams or video updates I did in the past. Let me zoom all the way back out. I want to go back to April 1st, 2019. Let's see how long this. Here we go. That ascending channel is actually something I'm looking at for kind of like a repeating pattern that happened here. We tested the top of it, came back down to test some support. So that is very much in play. And I'll show you where this similar support level might be on Bitcoin currently. But as you can see, we had a nice ascending channel, tried to break out of that resistance, came back down, fell. We very well might have the strength to break out here. So I'm staying long, and I'm definitely not taking any short positions here in the market. But scrolling back over here to Bitcoin, I think that we are absolutely in a similar environment where, again, money is being printed at a higher rate than ever. If we did come back down to test that support, we got a support line here at 10.6. I would say you're going to be really like your next support line down here at that wick around 11. And then the dip that we had here around 11.4. If you guys are, trying to get in the market and haven't gotten in yet, those might be some good levels to try and get in. But again, it's a bull market. It's a bull market. It's a bull market. I can't repeat myself enough. Sidelined cash stays sidelined in a bull market. So you're better off, maybe taking a little bite closer up here to the spread around, that's actually on, these are on the futures, so I should go back here. Let's go to Binance. Taking a little bite closer to the spread. I definitely, can foresee that node getting tapped around 11.75 and 11.642. Those seem like they could be in play. But again, this move right here might have been that last dip. But again, we're now starting to come back down here in a little, a descending resistance line in the near term. So there's no rush. Oops, got a little frozen here. There's no rush for this market. Just play it patiently, and things are going to go your way, right? We got the tailwind of the Fed printing money. We got the tailwind of just, digital cash and the whole entire world moving towards contactless payment and all that kind of stuff. There's a national coin shortage. I think what's happening is the Fed is starting to wean ourselves off of coins and kind of withdrawing coins from circulation, or the mint, I'm sorry. And so there's some interesting, obviously, trends that are unfolding for us. And crypto is really going to boom because of all of it. So thanks for watching.